Good morning, collective soul brothers and soul sisters. Today, I want to talk about um being the underdog, being the outcast, being the ugly duckling, being the black sheep. Okay. Um, I've been a poster came and spoke about this and yada 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 yada. It was supposed to been express how I feel about this and that and certain things, but I have not have done that yet. I have not came out and said anything about it. But today I feel like I need to say something. I need to say it. I need to talk about it. Okay, so as far as you being in those type of categories and you feel like you are of those type of categories, I feel like the message basically is for me to tell you that you are not the product of your environment or your circumstance or your situation. Many times we allow ourselves to feel as if we don't fit in because of our circumstance, situation, or the environment, or whatever it may be, that's going on in our life. And sometimes we allow shame, fear, abandonment, um, loss, or just losing something or someone define our situations. And I feel like it's time for us to start telling ourselves that we are the creator of our own dream, atmosphere, world, whatever it may be. Because think of it this way: what if it's something that you wanted, right? You wanted it so bad, and you thought about how you was gonna get it, what you was gonna do to get it, and then you did it, and you did everything, and then you got it. That's the same way we have to think about it when life just hit us out of the bloom or coming at us, making us feel like it's too heavy to carry, it's too much to bear, it's it's too slow. Things are not going as the way you want it to go. Basically, I'm just saying, like, it's just time that we stop allowing ourselves to jeopardize ourselves because of our situation, circumstances, or environment. We are not the product of our environment. We are not the person that the people who do not know what we're going through thinks of us. We are what we think of us because when you allow another person to allow them to tell you who you are when you should already know who you are is when things start causing confusion and you start questioning yourself and you start thinking to yourself, well, maybe they're right. If you feel in your soul, if you feel as though that is the case, they may be all right. Then it's time to look at the woman or the man in the mirror and check yourself. Can't nobody should be able, shit nobody or can't nobody or nobody but God. If you ain't God, can't nothing, no one, nobody, nothing, whatever tell you about you. You should know you. You know how you would get out of the circumstance. 555. You know how you would get out of the circumstance. You know what makes you feel. You know what how much conflict and actions you have to take to do whatever it is to get to the challenges, to get out of a loss or a L, or just to get something that you really want. So I say this to say we're not the product of our environment or situation or circumstances. We are survivors, fighters, warriors, the student and the teacher. Who to better learn from than yourself? Your own mistakes, your own thoughts, your own shortcomings. You know right from wrong. You have the right from wrong, the yin and the yang. We are in that. We are all that. We are of that. The good, the bad, the nice, the ugly. And we sometimes sit here and try to allow other people to 7-Eleven o'clock make us feel like we have to live up to their standards 7:17 on the clock. We don't have to live up to no one's standard but our own. And that even goes for family, friends, and whoever. Only standard we need to live up to is ourselves and God. What would God think of you? That's all that matters. What would God think of you? And the way God think of you is the way that you should think of yourself. Not because of your situation, not because of your environment, not because of your circumstances, but because of yourself. Because all that you have in this 3D realm is sometimes yourself. Even if you got a whole heap of love and people, friends and friends around, sometimes things happen. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have a hill to climb. But in all, in all, God always have your back. Because we as human, as flesh and blood, bleeds and cuts on other people when we don't feel like we're at our best. Or we feel fulfilled. Or we feel whole. Then we'll start projecting. Then we as people start projecting, and we'll start making a we want company with the misery. We want to pick and bleed and make others suffer for our shortcomings, for our setbacks. And if some might not do that, but some do. It's okay to isolate yourself and distance yourself. But there must be a balance between life and self. But always put self first. That's why I say isolation is necessary. Because it gives you time to think, to refresh your mind, to renew your mind, body, and soul, to start over, to reset yourself, to re-energize yourself, to come back with a new you and a new attitude. Because what is going to put you first place is you. When you put yourself in first place. When you think of yourself as first place, you have to think positive. Stay focused. Stay optimistic. Stay in control. Be determined. 10-10. Never fight. Never give up. Just believe by faith and not by sight. Sight is like psych. You hear it? Psych is like sight. Because sight will fool you sometimes. You'll think, like, okay, okay, yeah. But no, ask God, like, God, which way? Show me the light, big guy. Show me the way. Direct my paths and my footsteps before you. So that I know that I'm on the right path. And though sometimes it may be dark, but they're always like in the tunnel. It's always a beginning and an ending. Whether it's a good or bad ending, it's always a beginning and an end. Because in order to live, you got to die, and it sounds crazy, but it's true. Because it's a cycle of life. And in order to die, you got to live. So what you know what I'm saying? What do you have to lose but yourself in this world? But I'm saying this to you: you are not the product of your environment. You're not the circumstances. You're not the situation. Don't allow yourself to psych yourself because you looking at things from the sight. Sight and psych is the two words today. Are you walking by faith or are you walking by sight? Because if you're walking by sight, you'll get psych. Like a kid in a candy store teasing you. But if you're walking by faith, notification. But if you're walking by faith, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you'll see things differently when you're going by sight. Because, like I said, looks can be deceiving. The ugly duckling, the wolf, the black sheep, they could all be deceiving. Sugar, deceiving. Because it can be salt. Looks can be deceiving. Don't allow yourself to allow yourself, 1313, to stop yourself. Continue to keep believing, receiving, and dreaming. I love you guys. Still on love, light, positive energy. That's your girl, Chrissy Crystal Clear, checking out. If you need anything from me, you would like to donate to my channel, look in the description box below. Everything is in there. Look in the description box below. Everything is in there. That's your girl, Chrissy Crystal Clear, checking out. If you're feeling my vibe, don't forget to like, comment on the video if it resonates, and subscribe to that channel and hit the notification bell. I love you guys.